Alright, so this is part 2 of today's video. I did 5 examples on the previous one. Now we have the 5 last ones. So again, if you're accidentally watching this one first, go back and check out the other one. Again, same drill. So take a second, try this out, and then resume it. Alright, so what is this question asking? It says find the measure of CGD. So give me 1 second to get color. From C to G to D. How much does this measure right here? How much does that angle measure? Well, how can I use that? What tools, what weapons do I have? I have complementary, I have supplementary, and I have vertical angles. Can I assume that these guys are vertical? No, right? You got to be careful because that's just one line right here, F to C, and then you have these kind of two awkward rays sticking out of it. So no, these would not be considered vertical angles. I can't use vertical angles for that part there. Watch out. All right, so cross that out. But I see another set. What if I see from A to D and then from E to B? This here, okay, is congruent to the opposite. Those guys are what we call vertical. So if this is 90 degrees, this also has to be 90 degrees. Okay, so by property of vertical angles. Here's the thing, I still don't have what that is. What the heck? Alright, well, what else can I do? I noticed that I have from F to see this entire line right here. I know that these three angles down below, all of these guys add up to how much? 180. These are supplementary. So I know that 35 plus 90 plus my unknown here, my question mark, is going to give me 180. So all right, let's go through that. 35 plus the 90 plus, well, what I'm trying to figure out is equal to 180. Okay, so if I add 35 and 90, that's going to give me 125 plus my question mark is going to be 180. Now I have to say minus 125 to both sides. Okay, so what is 180 minus 125? That's going to give me question mark is equal to 55. Okay, this question mark right here, this is equal to 55 degrees. Notice we couldn't assume that these guys were the same. So this measures 55 degrees. We actually had to use two of our little weapons here to help us solve. We had to use vertical angles, jump across real quick, and then use supplementary to figure out the rest. All right, example 7. Take a second. Okay, try this out, and we'll continue. All right, it says the pair of angles AGB, so from A, I'm jumping to G, and then I'm jumping to B. All right, so then this right here, and D, so from D also to G, back up to E. So I am asking this. It's asking, well, what the heck are those considered? Well, those are vertical angles. We have two lines that are intersecting opposite angles, right? Like that would be considered vertical angles. Vertical. Okay. So that means that DGE, so from D to G to E, how many degrees is that? Well, if that's 28, guys, these two are congruent. This also has to be 28 degrees. This measures 28 degrees. Okay, example 8. All right, well, find the measurement of each angle. I have to figure out how much this measures and how much the smaller angle measures here. But what tool? What weapon do we have? Is it complementary, supplementary, or vertical? That's right. These guys are going to be complementary. We have 90 degrees right there, that perfect right angle. Both of these guys should add up to give me 90 degrees. Let me see if I can use different purple. Yep, I got purple. So I know that 2x plus 46. So I know that that angle, if I was to take that and I was to add it to the other angle, let me use green here, 3x minus 6, I know that this would equal 90 degrees because these guys are what we call, again, complementary. I should erase that so I don't confuse it. I might accidentally confuse it with an extra 0. I might say 900, right? So careful with that. Okay, let's go through and solve this. Algebra, come on, guys. 2x's and 3x's are on the same side. Let me combine those. I get 5x. Positive 46 and a minus 6. So what are 46 minus 6? That's going to be positive 40 is equal to 90. Let me subtract 40 from both sides. I get 5x is equal to 50. Divide both sides by 5. I know that x is going to equal 10. I call it a day, right? No. Remember, always read the question. What's the question asking? Find the measurement of each angle. How much does it actually measure? Not the value of x. What do I have to do with this? I have to plug it back in. Plug it in for 10 there. So this is going to be 2 times 10 is 20. 20 plus 46 is 66 degrees. This opens up 66 degrees. Now again, do you have to plug it into this one? No, you could take, 90 degrees minus 66, get your answer. I'm going to take it and see what happens, right? Let's see how much work this is. What's 3 times 10? That's 30. What's 30 minus 6? That is going to be 24 degrees. 66 and 24, guys, gives you 90. All right, that was complimentary. Guess what this is? You're right, this is supplementary. Take a second, try it out. All right, supplementary, remember, opens up to give me 180 degrees. So I know that this angle here, 4x plus 20, if I was to add it to the x minus 10, both of these angles should give me an opening of 180 degrees. Let's go through and combine like terms here. 4x and 1x give me 5x's. 20 minus 10 gives me positive 10 is equal to 180. Minus 10, we get 5x is equal to 170. If I divide both sides by 5 here, what is 170 divided by 5? X is equal to 34. And I'm done, right? No, guys. Ask yourself, what did I answer the question? Find the measurement of each angle. How much is this obtuse angle? How much is this acute? You have to take 34, and you have it. You have to plug it back in to find how many degrees there actually are there. So again, I'm going to pull out a calculator real quick. So 4 times 34, right? So I'm going to do my work here. 4 times 34 plus 20. Well, 4 times 34 is equal to 136 plus 20. That equals 156. This right here is 156 degrees. What if I plug in 34 here? What's 34 minus the 10? That is going to be 24. This acute angle measures 24 degrees. Now I've actually answered the question. This measures 156. This acute angle measures 24. All right, got one last one for you guys. So here we did complementary, we did supplementary, and guess what the last one was to practice, guys? Yes. Vertical angles. I got two lines intersecting. Okay, I know opposite sides are going to be congruent. So again, should I add these together? No. Should I set them equal to 90 or 180? No, they're not complementary, they're not supplementary. This side should equal this side. X plus 16 should equal 4x minus 5. The left side should equal the right side here. So let me go through and solve this. I have variables on both sides. This is where it gets a little tricky. Minus the x, because I'm going to cross the equal sign. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Now do one step at a time. I see some of you guys jumping way too much, and a little negative's throwing your answer off, and you're having to go back and do a bunch of extra work, so watch out. Do one step at a time. Okay, what happens next? Well, let me add 5 to both sides. That gives me 20. That should be 5. That gives me 21 is equal to 3x. Last thing I do is divide by 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. 7 is equal to x, or x equals 7. Find the measurement. Okay, I'm not asking for the value of x. I needed the value of x, but I need to take this and plug it back in. So if I take 7 plus 16, guys, that's going to give me 23. Okay. What happens if I take now 7 and I plug it in for x on this side? Well, what's 4 times 7? That's 28. 28 minus 5, guess what that's going to give me? 23 degrees. Hey, look at that. 20 degrees on the left, 20 degrees on the right. They're vertical angles, guys. They should be congruent. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Work on missing assignments or work for another class. A lot of you guys were missing the work from the day that I was, previous day that I was at, so maybe you can catch up on that. Just, hint. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day, you guys.